Steve, it's significant that I'm African American and I'm the head coach here. It's significant. I know that in terms of Division I head coaches all around the country, only 26% of the head coaches for Division I men's basketball are compromised by minorities, specifically African Americans. I know that it is significant that I'm the fourth African American head coach in any sport in the history of the University of North Carolina. I'm very proud to be African American, but I'm also very proud that my wife is white, and I'm very proud that my three beautiful, unbelievable kids are a combination of both of us.
There are a lot of things that have been going on in the world, and I think it's about this race stuff. And I like to tell the world this day, the master teacher, his name is Minister X, peace be upon him. He says that Adam and Eve were not black people. Adam and Eve were not white people. Let's look, if you will, go with me back in your mind to Genesis chapter 1 at verse 26. I don't know nothing about the Bible, but it reads, Yah says, let us make man in our image, after our likeness. And he used the dirt, and the dirt is brown, to make Adam. Now, I don't know if you guys know anything about science, but on your DNA strand, all that is a series of information, and it can't produce anything other than what's on that information. That's science. If Adam and Eve were two black people, everybody on the planet would be black. If Adam and Eve were two white people, everybody on the planet would be white. Where did these white people come from? Where did these black people come from? Go with me. Yes, Adam used, or Yah used the dirt. The dirt is brown. Adam had hair, wool, brown eyes, and brown skin. What did he use to make Eve? That's Genesis chapter 2, verse 21. He took her rib, or Adam's rib. Okay. Eve, her ribs are pinkish. Eve was a white woman. If you're looking at the material, unless God is a racist, he wouldn't have changed the material. And he took it from Adam's rib. Ribs are curved.
I just walked past this. Now, I know it's a nice little health, it's like, I guess, a health insurance thing. Fidelis Care. Yeah. But there's this white guy and this black woman, okay? Listen, I have a problem with that. There's been a lot of this. Even at my bank, they got a black woman with a white guy. It's a lot of black women with white guys. You know what I mean? It's what I noticed. But in black Brooklyn, all these black people are walking past this, and what are you trying to say? I can understand if you're in certain parts of Manhattan or something like that, some gentrified area, but what the fuck is it saying? That it's better to get one of these, get a white guy, and listen, and I don't want that are in an interracial relationship making these stupid ass comments like, what's wrong? Love is love. Shut your deluded ass up, please. I always hate that. Keep your racial integrity. Just because you go on the other side or whoever you want to date, like I said, love is love, yeah, but don't lose your fuck you are. And a lot of you tend to do that kind of shit. I have a problem with this. Now, first of all, where's the black dude with the white girl? First of all, we started that, all right? Black dudes have been messing with white girls for a long time, and that's half the reason why you do this in the first place, because we were the ones that kind of abandoned you. I get that. Where's the black dude with the white girl? Where's that? No, because you know why? The people who run it look like him and don't want to see that. You know, there should be black dudes with white girls. There's so many of them. But then you got the white dude with the black girl. So, you know, there's probably some black women going, I need to get me one, yup. I need to get me one. It's like, this is security now. Listen, guys, am I crazy? Am I crazy? I'm just saying, man. Everybody's always on their soapbox about this, we gotta fight white supremacy, and then what's the fuck? You Fidelis care. What is going on?
But again, I gotta put one of them questions out. Let's just get to it. Quit beating around the bush. Why I can't be with a white woman?
Right now.
That's what he really wanted to ask. That's what he wanted. I knew the whole time. See, we can leave now. Man, look.
I don't eat pork. White women, as Jamie Foxx said.
That's true. Listen. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, man. That's funny. See, that's really what he wanted to ask the whole time. All right.
Nah, but I mean, we joke and we play, but the first question when we understand that white people aren't allowed to join the nation, but even when we're talking about love, and if love is truly an unconditional thing amongst all people and humanity and the organisms that we are, why? Because the color of someone or the lack of melanin in someone's skin, I can't love that person.
Well, the easiest thing I can tell you, brother, and how we're taught the nation is, of course, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teaches us that love is from and of God. Love is superior and supreme and above color. He has absolutely stated this is his actual facts. He will not speak unless it's actual facts.
Right.
So when it comes to love, that is speaking from a God-like perspective, original perspective, untainted, clean, spotless, without stain or blemish, without any type of destructive past and historical understanding as to why it may be in the best benefit of my people or not of my people. The reason why the white woman, brother, and we can go into the anatomy, we can go into biology, we can go into history, we can go into culture, is not ideal for the black man, is because if you want to have the best of another black man, you have to have a black man and a black woman to have a black child.
Even though a black man and a white woman can still have a black child.
Now you're dealing with biology. All right, now you're dealing with that, which, by the way, because we have the dominant gene.
Yeah, we have the dominant gene. So
regardless,
a black man is gonna make something else black.
Period.
No matter what you mix them with.
Period. Which is cultural, or not cultural, pardon me, which is genetic annihilation.
Right.
Now, see, that's another area I can go in, and a lot of people are like, okay, but come on. But it's like, well, right now,
but we can't if we're speaking science, as we evolve, we are creating this one race. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna go back to the original.
It's
gonna go back.
So why fight it? Because so really, when engaging with a white woman, all you is bringing it back home. You're just bringing it back home. You're allowing to create the original man once again. We all gonna be beige in a minute anyway.
Right now, mind you, that's down the line. All right, now that's a couple hundred years, a couple thousand years.
It's inevitable.
Right. Which is true, and they see it according to the United States Census Bureau. Right now, they're saying that by the year 2042, America will be a majority brown country.
Yeah,
they are saying that white people are having more deaths than they are having births.
Yes.
So one perspective for other people would be, listen,
we gotta save the white folks. Right. I gotta be with all the white women so I can save you.
No, it's the opposite. I can't be with you because I don't want to kill you.
Yeah, right.
And that's some people's true. But in a nation's perspective,
and that's some of their arguments. As when you see some of these super conservatives and people in these certain areas, these white nationalists, they just like, yo, we trying to not be extinct.
And there's truth to it. See, and so it's like, you know what? I agree with you. I agree with you, white man. I want to be with a black woman. Why? Because I was forbidden from loving you. I couldn't look at you, or else
that's what made me want it even more.
Look at this.
Oh, I can't have you.
Look at this.
Now I'm gonna control you.
See this? Look at this. See this? Terrible. Y'all look terrible.
But I mean, we joke, but these are the real things.
It's real.
One of the reasons why white women are looked at as success. Because in America, we see a white woman. I couldn't have you. My daddy couldn't have you. My granddaddy couldn't have you. I would get killed even looking at you. People, if they thought I whistled at you, they would murder me, beat me, drag me down the street. So now, if I play for the NBA, I want them all. and I can afford them all. That's
Yeah.
what they're thinking.
And the sad thing is that has to do with the slave master mentality.
It does,
Because
but we're superseding it.
Nah.
I was your slave for this long. Now I'm gonna take your woman, and because your woman always wanted me. She always dreamt about me.
She had you in the barn.
Yeah, but that's what I think, because
She
it was
snuck and had you
because
anyway.
it was forbidden. It was forbidden. So therefore, now that it doesn't have to be forbidden, I'm gonna show that I'm the superior being. I'm the dominant original man, and I'm gonna act within that. So therefore, that's why I believe at times we're like, yo, once you get money, once you get success, once you get, I'm not following anyone else's rules. I'm gonna love who I want to love.
And the interesting part about that is we don't want to sit here and say, well, the black woman was raped, she was murdered, she was lynched, she was dismembered, she did all these things. My child, I couldn't look at my child or to sell them to another plantation. They tarred and feathered me if my woman showed any love to me.
And to this day, the black woman is still the most mistreated
Absolutely.
person on the planet.
Exactly. And you're telling me we went through all these different things. By the way, the white woman was largely part of that.
Right.
Literally. She would help to rape the black man. She would help to buck break us. She would help to sell those of us into other plantations, etc. So you're telling me the black woman who has been there for us the whole damn time,
Right.
who was there when we were getting lynched, who was there for us when we were getting whipped every day, who was there for us to heal our wounds, to give us consolation of mind, to bring us peace and quiet of mind, to help us to get through another day.
Right.
You telling me she doesn't deserve at least, and I'm not saying after the brothers, y'all like, man, I tried. Hold on, listen, you didn't try enough. Just like, hold on, brother. Come on. If you can give up on a black woman so easily, you don't deserve no other woman, because you have demonstrated that you can't give enough love to the number one who needs it the most, because she has been destroyed the most. She has been rejected the most. She is the number one divorced, last married, most mistreated, and you telling me
Facts.
that because now you have money, now I'm free to go mess with the same white woman who helped to keep me in slavery. Same white woman who helped to remove the black woman from the home because she needed numbers to help to get rights from her white man when we were together as a black family to fight for civilian rights.
Okay.
You telling me you got some money and you just gonna go give it not to the black woman who has been there for you, who you have invested in and she has invested in you, but give it to somebody who has no connection to your own damn race, your ethnicity whatsoever. Because when you are marrying, when you are coming together, you are coming together with the culture, with the people. But now we're talking about too many selfish black brothers, selfish, who want to come together with a white one as an individual, as though she is the epitome of greatness. She's the most beautiful. She has the best hair. She has the best everything. No, I think I take some brown sugar over some white cancer-causing sugar any day.
I can't have both.
You can have both. That's up to you.
I'm selfish. You called it out.
And that's up to
I want
you.
it all.
It's ignorant.
And that is up
in
to
that
you.
sense, and
That's why choice
I
is
come
there.
from a very comedic place with this, but in all seriousness, all of those statements that you make, as accurate as they are, when defining love, there should be no boundaries.
Well, what is love?
When we talking, I mean, if we want to go to the Hebrew understanding of
no.
philia or eros or agape,
Well, we can.
Or if we're talking-
I love that he been studying. I love this. I swear to you, I do. See, and when I said what is love, love is an action. It is a verb, not a noun, right? It is an action of appreciating, adding value to, uplifting, evolving, growing, helping to sustain, maintain, cultivate. So love is something that you give when you want to bring something from one lower condition into a higher one. Who is in the lowest condition today? See, now we're talking about, listen, hold up, player.
Okay.
Fine. You want some snow bunnies? Go jump in the snow, bro.
Right.
But right now, I'm cool on the sand next to the beach.
Right.
All right. And my woman needs, now it's not a thing about, oh, who I love, I can't help who I love. You can't help who you love.
Right.
That's not logical. You can help who you love. Just like you don't want
dealing with eros, you may not be able to control your emotions for the
urge.
attraction and
Yeah,
your
yeah.
urge.
You may have an attraction, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That lustfulness is the things that we can't really control.
And that's where that choice came in, where you said, I couldn't have a white woman. Now you're talking about lust. You ain't talking about love.
Right.
You're talking about lust. I wonder how that one feels.
Yeah.
I wonder how that one smells.
Right.
See, I'm serious. I'm not being vulgar,
Yeah,
but that's just what it is.
No, it's facts.
Right? It's like I wonder. It's that curiosity that you want over there. But it's like, wait a minute. This black woman is in the lowest condition.
Right.
And you say you love. How much do you love her? Do you love her enough to represent your people by lifting her up, or do you want to go and do something that takes less work and takes less discipline because it's easy?
As a man, if I'm
can't call yourself a man unless you work.
But as a man in a situation who can be a provider, and not just through physical love, but truly to uplift my community, my black woman, if I can still do that and partake and participate with people who don't have as much melanin or who may be more privileged, why shouldn't I be able to do that?
Oh, you can participate. But at the end of the day, which one are you truly uplifting and contributing to?
Because we can uplift and contribute to in ways as from our daughters, our mothers, our aunts, we as providers to our community, those are different actions than who I choose to lay down with that night. You know.
Oh no! Wait a minute, hold on, Nick. Wait a minute, Nick. You talking about for a night, for a day, a side chick, side piece, or you talking about for the rest of your life?
Because for me, and having lived life,
you're right,
and have engaged in many different relationships, I'm at a point in my life currently where a relationship would do nothing but hinder my mission.
Okay.
And as someone who is an independent thinker, I've seen that relationships, specifically marriages, are controlled by the society that white supremacy has established.
White supremacy marriages,
Yeah,
based on that type of system.
But if we go all the way back to Africa, there is not one man and one woman. It's a tribal mentality that therefore
it's polygamous.
Yeah, and you can create, and even there, I know there's certain things within the Muslim culture where you can have up
Multiple
to 4 wives, I believe it is. And we're gonna touch on that too, because I like that. but ultimately, all I'm saying is, I don't believe personally, like as much as we joke, a relationship isn't for me. Okay. So it's specifically marriage, because of what I've seen. Relationships are only to make you better, make you greater. I'm good. I feel like I'm in a position that I don't think I can meet a woman that's going to make me better. If anything, the mission that I feel that God has placed in my heart right now, I have to do on my own, in the same way that priests have to do on their own, the same way that Buddhist monks have to do on their own. I feel like I'm in that. Now, that doesn't mean I don't have the physical urges and those lustful things that I want to feed at times, but that's junk food. That's time of leisure and play. But if I'm really trying to build and move forward, someone next to me, I tried that. And two alpha humans together are hard to be aligned, are hard to be equally yoked. I know that my alpha drive, a lot of people can't keep up with. So therefore, I'm not good at relationships. Some may call that selfish. Some may even call that a way of only or not loving, not being able to love. I can love in a big way. My heart is tremendous, but I know I know within my mission, I have to keep moving. That's who I am as a person. So saying that, I can not only deal with, I can uplift, empower, and lead any black woman that I'm with better than when I met her. I know I have whatever she wants, I can provide that. Well, if it's money, if it's love, if it's physicality, if it's protection, I have the ability to provide it, but I'm not gonna, I'm not planting
not with one.
Yeah, I'm not even just one. I'm not gonna plant my flag in that ground. I feel that's hindering her. That idea of marriage, God, man, and woman, I don't believe in that. I was taught that, but I feel like, why is the woman at the lowest point on the totem pole? It should be an equal. It should be. I don't believe women should be submissive to men. I was taught that, and I know in the culture, specifically in the nation, sometimes that the woman is supposed to be submissive to her king and all those things. But I believe kings and queens should be equal. And going back to the African mentalities, and even some of the Asian and I would say some of the more of the Hindu ideas, that they've had gods as well as royalty, that the woman is the one that is the greater being.
Absolutely.
And I believe that happens in our culture quite a bit. So I just ask in that sense of knowing, it shouldn't matter. If I know who I am, I'm not really moving in that direction anyway to plant my flag in the ground. I'm looking to be one with someone. So therefore, and one with myself, and like you said, the knowledge of self and understanding to be the greatest one is within me, but I can still engage, but it shouldn't matter what color her skin is, and it really shouldn't matter how many. If we have this interaction, if I left you better than you were when I met you, that was a great exchange. You know what I'm saying? Like if our culture, and when I say culture, I mean our interaction, our time that we spent together made we found happiness and we found growth within that. Why does it need to be forever? Why does it need to be one person? I feel like that's a hindrance. I feel like we're supposed to build, and then we keep building, and we move on. In every if we look at the lion in our animal kingdom, the lion doesn't plant his stake in the ground. He creates his pride and he moves along, and that goes on for several different animals. And not comparing myself to an animal, but I'm just saying, as nature is created, as a man and what I believe a man is to be, as long as I protect and provide, it shouldn't matter who the woman is, what her beliefs were before she met me, or what color she was, and all the. I'm here to uplift you and carry on. So and that's absolutely that's where I'm currently.
That's where you at. Okay.
That's where I'm at currently. So then something like race becomes minuscule in that mentality, because and if we're talking about building families, my kids is light skinned. Right. You know what I mean? But both of at this point, both of my baby mothers are black women. Now, lighter skin, mulatto, or mixed with Asian or whatever.
We all got something.
Yeah, we all got something.
Of course.
But they define themselves as black women, regardless of what color their skin is.
Right.
But that's not to say I might not meet an amazing Caucasian woman tomorrow and say, I want to procreate with you.
Right.
What is the problem with that? That child will still be a black child. And
no, it won't.
Therefore, only understanding that love should not be confined.
Absolutely. And I totally agree. And I took it down.
He just said he totally agreed. Y'all heard me.
Right. I totally agree with that last point. You better edit that out. We ain't gonna chop that. Right? No, I totally agree.
These are our leaders.
That all the different points, right? And I mentally took notes on all the points. So number one, he was speaking from an individual perspective. Right? Let's make that clear.
Yes.
He was talking about him.
Selfishly.
Right. He was talking about him. But
selfishly speaking.
But he was communicating individually to the group think, because there's a lot of people who do think just like that. There's a large amount. He's not the only one. So I definitely took it as that, which is not just Nick. It's Nick speaking on behalf of the brothers who can maintain, sustain, but want to keep it rolling,
right?
A multiple, whenever, etc. Love should be confined.
Energy.
To
I'm trying to move this energy around.
Of course, right? Energy. We're gonna call it energy, ladies. A lot of energy Nick got for y'all.
Yeah, I got a lot of energy.
All right, so and from an individual, you know what, brother? That's the beauty as well, man. If that is what you want to do, you are free to do that.
Absolutely.
That's the beauty.
That's why I love this life.
And that's why I was saying, man, if people want to do these things, that is your choice.
Us black dudes, a lot of us don't like black girls, right? You ever heard the term, if it ain't snowing, we ain't going, and you know what I'm saying? Little shit like that. We get bashed for it. We get bashed for not liking black girls. If we don't like black girls, what is wrong with that? Like, if we just don't find black girls attractive, right? We just look at the black girls like they at the bottom of the barrel for us, right? What is wrong with that?
Just know, I tried my best with you colors. I gotta be a white girl.
God gave you a blessing now. He when he made you white, okay? You don't have to keep going through this with us ain't shit niggas, baby. You got a real choice in life. I know that flavor. I know that flavor tastes good to you. But man, just leave us alone, man. We ain't no good, okay?
I'm not gonna say that.
Nah, say yourself, baby. Say yourself.
There's a lot of good people out there.
Okay. Okay, you've been warned, all right? Say yourself. More of this story, if you are a white woman, please stop black men, cause like you gotta be a strong black woman to defeat black demons like us, okay? Like
a lot less combative. A kiss on the cheek ain't the same.
I was a white woman and I heard the way that Polynesian men who only exclusively date white women talk about me. I would run for the hills. They'll really be like, I love dating white women because they're less combative. They know how to tolerate disrespect. If I disrespect my white, shuts her mouth. She gets in the corner and she keeps it silent. Absolutely not, sir. And then when you ask these Polynesian men who only date white women, so what is it you love about white women? They will just start listing all the reasons they hate you big, fat, ugly, masculine Polynesian bitches. My brother, that wasn't the question. I want to know why you love white women. And then they'll just start listing like generic terms that could apply to any woman. They'll be like, oh, she's more soft. She's less combative, you know.
Sounds very familiar, doesn't it, ladies? I know it might shock you seeing this in the Polynesian community. Stay away from the slave men. They're all reading the same script.